Let's go. Voicemail number 1.
So one thing I struggle with is how come you should pay off your house if you know you're not going to live there for a long time?
Why should I pay off my house if it's not my forever home, essentially? I would posit this question. Why would you pay off your car if it's not going to be your car forever? What's the point? You're going to get another car eventually.
Might
as well just roll over the payment to the next one.
Yeah, just keep it going. I know. Well, and the good thing about the home when you're quote unquote paying it off is you're putting in equity to the home. Like you're still getting value. It's almost like your money is shifting from like a bank account to an asset. Do you know what I mean? Like in my head, your money's actually may even grow, right? With as your home goes up in value. So we get that question a lot. We also get the question of, okay, we have, $20,000 and no consumer debt, an emergency fund, but we have an additional like big chunk of money. Should we go ahead and just throw it at the mortgage, or we might in the future move? Should we just keep it for a possible future down payment? And there's no like real plan in place. It's just an idea. And even in that case, I'm like, it's like a forced savings account that you can't spend when you throw it at your house, right? So eventually, if you did move, you just roll your equity over and use that money, your equity, for the down payment as you go and get a different home.
Absolutely. That's how it works in reality, and that's what I've done with my own house. We paid it off, we sold it, took all of the equity, put it into the next one. That allowed us to get debt-free even faster. And I think human behavior and psychology would say having a giant pile of money or saying, well, I could put it toward the house if I wanted to, I think deep down there's a justification and excuse of you saying, I'd rather not. I'd rather stay in debt longer and have this money to go spend.
To go do something else
so
with
just
it, yeah.
budget for the spending, budget to pay off the house early.
Yeah.
And knock it out.
You can do both. Love it. Hope that helps. We
Hope that was honest enough.
usually have the name in the city. We don't have that.
Oh,
Should
like
we make
Brenda
them up?
from Michigan.
I had Brenda in my head too. George Camel. I literally
legit
thought
thought
her
Brenda.
name was Brenda. Yes.
She didn't sound like a Brenda, but she had Brenda vibes.
She had
you know what I mean?
Brenda vibes. Yeah, I would have gone New Hampshire.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. Felt right.
Okay.
Yeah, Brenda from New Hampshire.
She didn't have a New Hampshire accent to me.
What's a New Hampshire accent?
I don't know, leans New England-y. It's near Boston. A little bit of that Dunkin' Donuts kind of, attitude.
Hey, have you seen the kid on Instagram? He keeps coming up in my feed, and he's like 12, and he's Italian, like pure Italian from New York. Have you all seen this? Like, it's bolognese. He's like, listen, what was the last thing? Okay, everyone has seen it, so it's like become a trend. He had, what was his word recently?
Mozzarella. Yeah.
Mozzarella. Yeah. Was it mozzarella? Yeah. Was it that one that people were like mispronouncing? They weren't doing it like in the full Italian way.
Yeah, you don't pronounce the A at the end, I don't think.
Fantastic, y'all.
I got to check him out.
Oh, and his grandmother makes pasta, and there's a video of them hugging, and she's like, and she's like slapping his back, hugging. I mean, just an Italian grandmother.
The most Italian you can get.
Gosh,
I got to
how
find
we got
this
off
guy.
on that. It's the best follow.
That is the mind of Rachel Cruz. We go from let's talk about mortgages to rabbit trail into a 12-year-old Italian influencer. I don't know what he is. I don't know who he's influencing.
He's
Rachel,
so
I
great.
guess.
I know.
But that's a good housing question to kick us off. Pay off your house.
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
it. You will not regret it. If you do, you can always go back into debt. Very few people choose to do that.
Yeah, that's my line.
Get rid of the biggest fixed expense of your life. And we didn't say this, when you're paying down the mortgage, you're essentially earning that interest rate. So you have a guaranteed interest rate that you're saving of that 5.5%.
Yes.
Versus saying, well, I'll invest it and maybe make money, maybe lose money in the short term for a savings plan.
Yeah, and always remember this. Always work towards being debt-free. And if you become debt-free, even house and all, and you absolutely hate it, you can get back in. Like, there's a whole industry out there waiting for you to get back in.
They will be marketing heavily. Hey, tap in that home equity. You got a lot
so
of
if
it.
you hate being debt-free, you can always get back
Goodness
in. Remember
gracious.
that.
The people with the HELOCs to go do who knows what.
I know, there's a
what
lot
are
of
you guys
HELOCs.
doing, guys? This is the most American thing. We build some wealth and we're like, hey, let's undo all of that to go on vacation.
I know. Well, a lot of people do HELOCs for home renovations, though.
To build the pool.
Give them a little credit.
Redo the kitchen.
They do.
I get it.
All right. Let's go voicemail number 2.
Hey, George. Hey, Rachel. My name is Sally, and I'm from New Jersey. I'm currently working through baby step 2, and I'm down to about only $10,000 left in debt, so I'm almost there. However, we just found out that my oldest daughter needs braces on her teeth, and after shopping around, it's going to cost us about $5,000. I do have an HSA account, but I'm trying to figure out the smartest way to cover this. Should I pause my debt snowball to cash flow the braces, or is there a better way to tackle this and stay on track with the baby steps?
Oh, man.
Sally from New Jersey.
We got her name. You know, she's next to Brenda. You know, they're close in the same part of the country.
I would have guessed Sally. Maybe New Jersey.
She seems so nice.
Very sweet.
Very,
and a
very
great
nice.
question. So 10,000 left on the debt payoff journey, and boom, braces.
Braces.
Isn't that how it always goes?
Always happens that way.
$5,000. She's got an HSA, which is a health savings account, which is awesome. So
I
you
wonder
can,
how much she has in there, you think?
Yeah, I imagine not 5,000.
No,
If she's trying to
no,
figure out how to
but
cash flow
some.
this. So that could help. So she's wondering, do I pause the debt snowball completely and just make minimum payments in order to cash flow this?
Yeah.
I don't know what the payment plans these days are with braces, like if you have to pay all at once versus spreading it out.
Right. Could you like cash flow the process?
Yes.
of
Could you cash
braces?
flow it in your budget?
There's probably a larger lump sum at the beginning, I would think. But yeah, I mean, I bet every single appointment, I don't know. I'll be honest.
I don't know what the braces world is like these
we
days.
have not. I know. Did you know I never had braces?
People comment and they say, Rachel's teeth are impeccable.
Never had braces.
Straight your whole life. Just
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. I did.
Still the
do
same
something
baby
with my
teeth?
gums.
Never fell
a
out?
year ago. Yeah. And mom and dad never had braces. My parents, neither of them. But Daniel
Wow.
and Denise did. My mom
Interesting.
never had braces, and she has beautiful teeth. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Yep. But all that to say, I did
What
have
a
a little
great humble brag on Sally, like dunking on Sally. Good luck, Sally.
Good luck, Sally. Some of us don't have to have braces.
What would
No.
I do if I was in Sally's shoes? I mean, if it truly is, I'm not going to call this an emergency, but it is necessary.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. And depending on what you make a year is going to help determine. Like if it's going to take you 2 years or longer to get out of the $10,000, I probably would slow that down and cash flow the braces at the same time. That's probably what I would do. But if you can like knock out the debt in 9 months or something, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Then just do that.
So I'd figure
But-
out the drop dead date on when we need to start braces,
Yes.
what that amount is going to be.
Yep.
Have that amount ready.
Yes.
Then figure out what the remaining payments are going to be. And I would slow down the debt snowball so that I can cash flow it. But I don't know that I'd
know.
completely pause it if she still has money left over.
That's what I'm wondering. Can you put braces off for 6, 7, 9 months, right? And kind of be saving on the side for that while putting some extra towards the debt. Can you do
Yes.
2 at the same time? But it's just going to be slowing down the debt snowball while you're doing that. But yeah, the kids' braces thing, I don't know. And then the new thing, George, which again, we've not entered, but kids are doing braces earlier. Did you know this? They're now doing it in 2 phases. So that actually may help her. I don't know. Well, not. They do a shorter amount of time earlier, and then they do it a little bit later, another short amount of
Just
time.
kinda splitting it
Versus
up.
like when we were in school, you got them in like middle school and you had them for like 2 to 3 years straight.
I got mine off when I was a freshman in high school.
Okay, yeah. So there's kids right now in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade that have braces. Because once your first 4 teeth come in at the top,
They already
start-
know
they
that it's
start
jacked up?
They start doing it, yes. Because it's a shorter amount of time early. And then they'll have them again in middle school, but it will only be for like a year or something.
Interesting.
I know, it's a different philosophy these days. I'm learning something new
I
every
feel like
day.
this is my, like, is this a scam? Or orthodontists all in on this, starting this trend? I'm not trying to go there, but could
you know
it be?
I love a conspiracy. Are
Could
you
it
kidding
be?
me?
I know I can't dangle that in front of Rachel. It's dangerous.
Especially with teeth health.
So this comes down to making a budget. I would use every dollar, download the app, and go, okay, how much can we throw at the debt? How much do we need to cash flow each month to cover the braces? And then start splitting the difference in the budget to see what's going to work for you guys.
Yep. I think that's a great question. But, and we talk to so many people that pay off all their debt, they become debt free. And they'll say in our debt free journey, we had a baby in the process, we cash flowed some renovations that are like our roof needed renovate. Like life is going to happen through the
Yes.
baby steps, right? Life is going to happen. So just remember that, give yourself some grace around it. But the faster you get out of debt, the more all that cash is freed up every month versus going to payments. So let that be your motivation.